Welcome back to Coast Live. Time now for the Better Business Break, brought to you by Southern Bank, the bank of better business. Today we're joined by Shalane Boswell, a business banking specialist with Southern Bank. Shalane, who have you brought with you today?
Thank you. Good morning. Today we have Charlie Trapani. Charlie's a good friend of the bank, and he and his company, Hampton Roads Mobility, provide solutions to individually challenged, physically challenged people who have trouble navigating in and around their home. And basically he makes their life better.
Much easier.
Yes, and so I'm excited for you to get to know Charlie and his company and the solutions they provide.
Well, welcome, Charlie. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. So tell me about some of the risks that people face every day right inside of their home as far as falling.
Well, we get so used to our house being laid out the way it is, as we begin to lose some of our mobility, some of these things that have been there forever, we need to second guess. Things like throw rugs and maybe even a cord or something that you have had out for a while that's sort of become there for a while. You need to start thinking about picking up some of those types of things and trying to make your environment a little more safe.
Okay, so what are some things that you suggest for folks?
Well, one of the things I like to do is just to ask someone to walk me around their house, and I like to watch how they navigate their home. There's a lot to be told in just observing and seeing what they hold on to and what they grab and what they avoid and things like that. It gives me a lot of insight into what might be best for them. And once we do that, then we start dialing in on things like ramps or perhaps stair lifts. There's even porch lifts, all kinds of things. I like to tell people we're lift specialists. We can get you around.
Okay, so there's some tips that you have for us right there. What are some other things that people aren't really thinking about? Is it particularly hard during the holidays now that you've added a tree or other things, you know, lights that maybe you've added during the holidays? Is that something that people think about much?
It is, and I think maybe one of the more dangerous things about the holidays is where do you have all your holiday things stored? And so people are climbing into attics and various places like that, and you know, you don't plan on your accident, and ironically they always happen in, you know, very common areas in your home. So just again, a little detective work and trying to figure out a way to make it safer. And when you're putting out your Christmas displays and particularly lighting and things that have cords, you want to make sure that you haven't created any trip hazards.
Now, what is this on the screen? Is that an elevator, and that's a lift for the
That's a vehicle
scooter?
lift for the scooter that you're seeing now, and you know, those are great. A lot of times people will get, for example, a scooter or a motorized wheelchair, and they haven't thought through how are they going to get it around? How are they going to get it to the store, perhaps to church? How are they going to get it in and out of their home? So we take a complete whole approach to it and try to show them, hey, this is the best way to do it. There's a lot of even tricks of the trade to how to load things and unload things. So much of it is the educational process.
Right. So if you have a scooter, do you then have to upgrade to a different car, or can you actually put something on the actual vehicle that people may own already?
Well, great question. We're able to pretty much put a lift on almost any vehicle, even vehicles that you wouldn't necessarily think, you know, some of the smaller vehicles or even some of these miniature SUVs that you see around. We can put a lift on those things, and again, it makes it substantially easier to get your loved ones around, and it's also a lot of times for the caregiver. You think about it, you're the person that's having to load and unload these things, so that makes it very convenient for them.
So how do people find you? How do they get in touch with you?
Well, the best way to get in touch with us or to see what we have is to go online to our website at hamptonroads.com.
Okay. Hampton Roads Mobility.
Yeah, Hampton Roads Mobility. I don't need to hire you.
Hey, I'm hireable. So that's where you go, where people can find you and get all this information.
They can get all the information. They can learn a lot of things. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that there's even tax credits available for some of these types of modifications. So our goal at Hampton Roads Mobility is to keep you in your own home and make it safe.
All right, Charlie, thank you so much. Shalane, thank you so much. I appreciate it.